Our grandfather had acquired over 100 plus acres over the years, so that used it for cattle. Our mother was left 25 undivided acres from her grandfather's will. That was late 80s. The intent was for her to actually take possession. She wanted to retire there since it was undivided, was trying to get the family to partition the land. Between that time period had been just a lot of false starts with the family, and as the family grew, it became more complicated and difficult. But the issue was that the fact that it was undivided, Mom never knew where her 25 acres. She would need to have the consensus of all the other family members to identify actual 25 acres she owned. It was just floating in limbo. After multiple attorneys, legal fees, and roadblocks wanted to take this over, so that we could bring this to a close during our lifetime, not wanting to leave it to our children or our children's children.
And a couple of years ago, we were approached by a family member because the third generation wanted to build houses on that property. This is what we've been waiting for all this time, for everybody to cooperate in order to get this partition. It didn't work out, so nobody agreed upon it. So then that's where, the stumbling blocks came through. My mom was the first generation. She never got to enjoy her portion at all. And then my parents actually paid taxes for all the years. That was the biggest reason why it means so much to us.
I was ready to throw out all the paperwork after he had passed away. The complexity of how the land was divided, I didn't really fully understand it, probably still don't understand it. So we aligned with one of my mom's sister's family, and we thought we could enter jointly into a partition lawsuit. It came to a situation where
they wanted us to settle. Our family said we weren't going to settle for that amount, and that's what ended up causing the other side to file a counterclaim. But I think the counterclaim was so that we would actually settle.
It was a scare tactic, and it worked. Quickly, we tried to make contact with Trey and his firm and get some advice quickly to respond to the counterclaim. I felt really good about how personable the knowledge and experience with these types of situations, that I didn't feel like I was being talked down to. They definitely understood, the firm understood what the complexities are, and kind of also brought us to some reality. They were able to kind of put that into perspective that helped open our eyes to some additional, options to get to a point of resolution. The situation at hand, in perspective, was it 100% perfect? Meaning from an emotional standpoint, but from a legal perspective, I believe it was solid. We were not the $1 million case, but felt like we still got the same amount of treatment, or same equal treatment as somebody that had a multi-million-dollar.
Everything happens for a reason, and I think there's a reason why we were connected with R.L. Wilson. I just wish that my parents would have had a lawyer like Trey in the beginning.
It pays to find somebody that specialized specifically in the legal support that you need.